This is the time of year to be getting excited for some topwater fishing. The water's just heating up and all of our species start going nuts for prawns and things on the surface. So I want to take you through some of my favourites for this sort of time of year. If you're getting into topwater fishing, you're not sure what to get, you have to get your hands on some of these. This is one of Mick Molnar's MMD splash prawns, and they've only been around a little while, but they've got a beautiful profile, super realistic with that really interesting front cup on the face. It's not even really a cup, it's more like a collar that just moves a tiny little bit of water, gives it a subtle action across the surface, and these things are just dynamite. Brim, bass, flathead, Saratoga, even mangrove jack, and the whiting love them. I've caught some great big whiting on this thing. So there's one of my favourites. Have a look at that profile. And the other one is the sugar pen. These things are famous now. They've just caught absolutely everything. Trevally, mangrove jack, bass, brim, Saratoga, whiting, flathead. They just catch everything. And in this colour scheme, it's probably my favourite. They come in a few sizes, but this little 70 and there's a 95, which is just as good or better, I reckon. These are my favourite two little topwater lures. At early season, when the prawns start to move and get about in our estuaries, these things are dynamite. One of the little things that I like to do to them though, you've got to put little assist hooks on the back. They come in packs of 2 and you can get them online, but these are the ones that I like to use, the really small ones. So these are like a size 10 and they come with different coloured little, they're super catchy, you can see that. They come with little sort of flash teasers on the tail as well. So if you add them to the back hook, or just like take that back treble off, throw the assist on the back, and then run with a super sharp front treble, that'll mean that you'll catch a lot more fish. There's times when you're fishing with these things where the take is super subtle and you won't even see anything's grabbed it off the surface, but your line goes tight. And it's often a fish that's just come up and sucked it from underneath the water and it disappears under the surface and you're on. So having really catchy hooks is a great way to go. I also use like just substitute trebles like these owners. I think these are like 36 BCs, ST36 BCs. But everyone makes, like Decoy make great ones, Gamakatsu, VMC, they all make great, really catchy, chemically sharpened hooks with light gauges, and that's what you want to be using. Unless you're going for jacks and trevs, but those super light gauge finesse style trebles on the front, and then a little tricked up assist hook on the back is the way to go. So if you haven't got into topwater fishing yet, you've got to try it. Really light line, throwing these things absolutely anywhere. Canals, over the flats, early morning and late afternoon especially is the way to go. And if you're out doing it in the middle of the day, you're looking for those water disturbances and the tide changes, running off banks and things like that. The way that I like to fish them varies depending on the bait, but I'll use these really slow with little pops and drags of about a foot or more, and then just let it sit there in around structure for mangrove jack, and then it's just a constant bouncy little tippy retrieve if you're chasing whiting on the flats. Brim will take it off the surface just like a bait. You chuck it out, sit it there, little tips to the rod, and the brim will come up and suck and kiss at it, and that's a lot of fun too. So hopefully this has pushed you in the right direction if you're wanting to get into some topwater fishing. It's heaps of fun. Visual fishing of any kind's a lot of fun, but fishing with little finesse style baits on the surface this season, you've got to try it. If you've been getting into a few fish and you've got another option that you think's red hot, make sure you leave a comment in the section below, and I'll be interested to hear what you're getting on these things. I'll see you in the next video.